Welcome back. Here we are, another episode of Garage Therapy. Today, we are going to be cleaning up this 440. I went and picked this up the other day. Let's turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. I picked this up the other day. Quick little trip to Kansas. Go pick this up from a really cool fellow over there. So yeah, this is now my cleanup project. This is a 77. I would gander at that. You can see 7 for the year, T for 7D for 7T. So I'm really screwing that up. Anyway, that's 77. Well, I guess you can come over here and usually on the passenger side of the block, you can tell anyway. And sure shit, 77. So this is going in here. This is a low mile. I believe this is out of a truck. So we're just going to clean it up. I'm uncertain if I'm going to pull the intake manifold. I probably will, just so I can get under here, under the valley pan really clean. I asked on a previous video what color I should do this. I had a couple gentlemen comment, and here we go. We are doing Chrysler Blue. Oh, that one's good. It's got my name on it. Excuse me. I also, as soon as I'm done doing that and setting that, I'm going to spray that with a bunch of the engine gunk. And then while that's setting up, soaking in, I'm going to get to this. This is a good little idea. Usually you can take a couple long bolts, stick them in here, and get a 2x4. That was absolutely too much work for me. Couldn't find long enough bolts, and I didn't want to go cut up a 2x4. So I've got this track bar off of my truck, which has got a screwed up bushing over there. So this is an old one. You can just set it across the frame and zip tie or wire tie your tranny to it so you don't have to. You can wheel your truck around and the tranny's not going to fall out, because I'm not taking that out. I'm just going to clean it in place. While the engine is soaking, I'll come over here and give this a squirt with this. Let's give it a squirt. The foam. Should I put this in some slow motion? Oh, this stuff really cakes on there. Back up. And as I'm just like that, oh, we got a little more. In the span of about 2 minutes, you can also blow $10 a can on engine foamy degreaser. Now I'm going to catch up on my beer drinking. We're going to let this soak a little while. I'll hang out with my ladies over here. I'm going to take them off, but I kind of feel like they need some names. Give me some names for these gals. We are now at 2 beers clean. So I've been taking my time, cleaning it off. I'm now on my second beer. Let's see how it's looking. It's kind of shitty in here with no light. I guess I could turn those on. But you can really see all the orange now behind all the grease and grime that was on there. Yeah, another one. All right. Well, I'm on beer 4, and I don't want to do any more cleaning on the engine. And the chickens have come over to investigate and see how I'm doing. See? Here they come. And I think I'm just going to not paint this or prep this anymore until tomorrow. Why? Because of these. I'm just going to do these instead. I'll be back tomorrow. Welcome back. It's now been a couple of days since I was cleaning and starting that thing off and had a drink basically, and then gave up because I wanted to not do it anymore. But just to catch you up, I'll give you a quick rundown because I almost forgot what I've been doing. Let me turn you around. Over here on this, the 400 that came in the truck, I couldn't turn the crank to get to the flex plate. So luckily enough, I was able to like fiddle a wrench in there and barely get to it. It's annoying that this bolt landed right at the bottom of the block. It was a nightmare. Because it catches there. I think if I had a bar, I can bend that out. I'll get the bolt out. But that's the converter, the flex plate. I'm now putting on that engine over there. It's going in the truck. And there we have it. Quick 5 seconds later, flex plate looks it's in pretty good shape. This is what's going back into the truck, off of the 400 onto the 440. Now it's time to pull the pulley, this big 4-rib, the balancer, the timing cover, valve cover. I got a new cam we're going to throw in here. Might as well. Why not, right? So I've got to finish tearing this down and get it ready. There's a lot of shit coming out of these ports. The little heat, whatever the modillios are called. A little heat crossover. But this part's exposed to the element, so let's try to dig more of this out. Let's go get the vacuum. So while we watch a little bit of Liverpool, we're still finishing this. I am now taking the balancer off. This is where I'm at. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm going to take the balancer off. Timing cover's coming off. Then the cam, I'm going to take the rocker arms and the assembly off. So we'll be right back. So here we are now, pulling lifters out. I've got the front all disassembled. It's still got the timing chain. Oh, buddy. That's coming off. Just ordered one with the Summit kit that I just got. Man, these lifters are coming out. They're just sliding. Well, that's off of what? But they look really good. This looks brand new. Looks good. Kind of curious to hurry up and get the cam out because it's so clean and this is just coming apart so easily. I almost feel like somebody's been in here before and I'm wondering if they put a cam in it, like just a little RV or something. So we'll find out. If you don't have the removal tool, a good idea. So you get a long bolt that you can get a couple hands on. That'll help you pull this out. And then you can get 2 hands on it so you don't bung up any bearings. It's now some odd hours later, and I think I'm done with as far as I'm going to go with this for now. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with it, period. I'm not pulling the heads off. I'm just resealing it. I do need to clean the bottom of the block off where the oil pan goes. It's kind of a pain in the ass because I can't turn it properly because it's a big block and it weighs a bazillion pounds. But I'm just waiting now on the camshaft to get here. I'll throw that in. Headers are on the way. Tomorrow I'll come back out here. I'll have the pan cleaned up and put on. Maybe we'll start painting this. Still don't know what to do about the intake. Cast iron intake, the 4-barrel that was on it, or like a China eBay knockoff of a Edelbrock Performer or something. $200, who knows? What else? Yeah, I think that's it. We're going to leave it like this for now. I'll be back in the morning. Well, it's the next day. This is about as clean as it's going to get. There's a bit of orange residual paint, but nothing. The blue's not going to cover up. Timing cover set, gaskets, oil pan gasket. Nice clean. Here's the oil pan. Nice and clean. All right, give me a few minutes. We'll put this back together. So we're back. I don't know how long it's been. And the last place I left off must have been those 4 or 5 beers that I left this. Who knows? Anyway, I tried to give myself a bit of motivation by painting this. I will clean off these surfaces for the headers just to give myself a bit of motivation. Getting ready to put the cam in it. Over here, ordered this Summit cam kit. What is this cam kit? I don't remember. A 6401. And timing chain, the lifters. I've already cleaned the timing cover. I got push rods and all my gaskets. I've got some oil over here. Let's get this open. Come on. Ooh, that kind of sucks that they just come all bagged together. So anyhow, let's hulk this out. So anyhow, we are going to give them a bath. And in they go. You need to suck up all this oil. You'll immediately start to see the air release, some bubbles. Yep. And then once they've sat for a while, I'll come and stand them up. I'll get a push rod. I'll give you an example of that here in a second. Let me finish. Good Lord. There they go. One-handed. No, I ended up making a mess. Right into the box. All right. So those will get air out of them. Sorry, MS moment. Hence why I haven't been here for a little while. Having technical difficulties. So with one, after a little while, I'll get a push rod and I'll start to give these a little pump. You can see little bubbles. I'll drop this in there. See them coming out and coming up. Give it a little push. Pull it back in. Give it a little push. And they'll come out. Just repeat the process. It takes a while, but it kind of speeds things up versus letting them sit here all day. And then you know for sure before you put these in that they've sucked up as much oil as possible by giving them a jab or two. Electronic ignition distributor. Here's all the other goodies that came out. Anywho, let's get to it. Gonna give the cam bearings another brake clean bath. Get back up on the top of them. There we go. I can't count how many years it's been since I've even done this with a hydraulic cam. The last few I've done have been all hydraulic rollers, but now I'm a poor old man, so I can't afford $1,000 cams. So this bad boy's going in. But first, gloves. Going in for surgery. Assembly lube. I've had this one 10 years or more for this little bottle. Here's a new one. We'll see if I can keep this one for 10 years. I know I didn't have the camera pointed that way, but I don't want to drip this all over the engine. The first thing I always do, destroy all this stuff that it comes wrapped in it. It's got this thin film on it. So get some brake clean and it gets all cleaned off. Finish doing that. I've already ripped my glove. Usually oil is a good idea with the bearings, but my gloves have completely ripped. I don't know why I'm even wearing them now. See it dripping out of my peripheral. I come here with my ripped glove, so that way I know it's really getting into the skin. I'll stab the first two. Let's have a go. Oh man, I don't got my bolt. Yeah. All right, I need my bolt. There we go. So those are already in. Try not to hit the bearings or anything the best I can. Give that a second. Houdini, don't go anywhere. I'm probably doing overkill on these, but I don't know if this is going to be better safe or sorry. Either way, it's getting a shit ton. There we go. Voila. And we're in. Take my bolt out. And now the cam is in there. I need to change my gloves. It bugs me that they just deteriorate this. See, you know what the fuck's Be right back again. Can you even see right there? Anyway, put the bolts on here just so I can turn this around. Get that kind of centered to the top the best I can, pointing at 12 o'clock. That's pretty close. We shall see. Before the chain goes on, I will put the cam gear and the sprocket on the crank on and line up 0. I'm not going to degree the cam. It is what it is. It's just going TDC kind of thing, going at 0. So now that these are lined up, I'll get the chain, I'll pull this back off, wrap it on, and put the old crank gear on there so I can give it a whack to get the other one on. This way I don't harm anything, and then I can whoop, see? A little bit of Okie ingenuity goes a long way. What the fuck was that? You hear that solid hit? Then you know. Then you know. All right, now. All I have to do is find where I left the cam gear and my timer chain. It's in the box. Here we go. Onto the chain it goes. And I realized that this moved slightly. Let's get that back on so my blind ass can see. I know that the crank gear slightly took a little ding to the side. It doesn't. Just annoying when here comes my kid thinking he's gonna put his dirt bike shit together right now. Doesn't even have all the stuff for it. What do you mean?
The honing thing. I think
The honing thing?
yeah, from the sonar.
What hone? But I mean, where'd you see the honing?
Somewhere here.
Oh, one of those drills.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
The hone out of here. All right, so that's in place. A little bit of red thread locker on your cam bolt. Just a tit worth. Then we're gonna torque this down to 45 foot-pounds with my handy dandy torque wrench. Face is itchy. All right. That shouldn't take much. There we go. 45. We shall turn this over and see how that goes. See how it lines back up. So, I've lost the oil slinger. I don't know where it's at. There's another one on the 400 over there, but in order to get that off, I gotta fucking move all that stuff. So I can't put the oil slinger on, so therefore I can't put the timing cover on. If I can't put the timing cover on, I can't put the oil pan cover on. So now all the oil that's sitting in here is gonna drip down here because I don't have an oil slinger, so therefore I can't put the cover on and I can't put the pan on. So now I've either gotta find that or go pull the one off the other big block sitting over there. Here we go. Whoa, whoa. No, you're fine. We'll just get up in the morning and we'll shoot. That's all right. I'm sorry, bud. Just getting it touch. And then I'm gonna let that dry up for a while. So after the timing cover went on, I actually put some cardboard in here and covered the crank, gave a couple little of some blue paint so that way you can kind of have it tucked behind the balancer and it's not got ugly mismatched brown behind the balancer. Now I've just ran that on, that's good and tight. I'm gonna torque that in a second. And now it's time to get the oil pan on. All right, we got 4 more got 4 more of the timing cover bolts to torque down. Some people do 10, 15, upwards of 20. I've got this at 10, I believe. Yep. I'm gonna finish these off. I already just did up there. That works for me. Trying to hit the damn dampener. I gotta paint it up pretty. Come on. All right. Good news. I was putting all this kind of back together, seeing if I want the valve covers to be painted, or I kind of like this patina look. I just put some linseed oil on them. Might put them clear. Maybe I'll put the chrome ones on. But after putting this bracket on and testing alternator and stuff, I found that there's a broken bolt right here. Right inside there. So that sucks ass. And just like that, problem fixed. Little plate hole drilled in it. Another little one that's basically all the way through and threaded. And then another threaded hole. We'll use this. Well, here we are again, another day. I don't know what day we're on. Usually I've got multiple sclerosis and it gets really slow. I get really slow trying to do some things. It's not like back in the day. I've been turning wrenches and painting these old Mopar flavored engines for 25 years now. And it's frustrating. It gets to this point. You can hear it in my voice. I'm getting upset that now it takes me weeks to do something silly like this. Just, painting a little bit of a block, getting things kind of nice and shiny. It gets very, very frustrating with MS. Just because it takes so fucking long. It shouldn't take as long as it's taken for this. Back in the day, this would have been a quick weekend project. If I was into it, balls to the wall, I'd be done in a day. Well, maybe not a day because, you got to let paint dry and you're always forgetting stuff. I mean, perfect example of that right now. Hang on, let me turn you guys around. Okay, turn around. You forget stuff. You can see my eyes. I'm getting all upset because of who fucking knows MS stuff. But I'm getting ready to drop this in now. It's getting ready to go in the truck. I'm ready. I've finally got to that point. All right, fuck, let's get this thing in. I've got the mounts are on. Everything's good. The headers aren't going to stay on while I put it in. They'll hang there, and then I'll dip it in. And once I'm almost in, then you'll put them in. But an example of what sucks is stupid things. It's not just MS. Everybody does stupid shit, but I do it over and over and over again, and it just takes so long to get anything done. But prime example is now that I'm ready to put the engine in, I need my motor mounts, my biscuits, my little pucks, the little rectangle rubber isolators that go in here. Now, since I started this project, I've had mounts, where are they at? Sitting over here somewhere. Let's grab them. Turn it around. And back over here, my little shelf. I've been standing here. I've seen these. I know I've got rubber isolators, the little mounts. I've had them for 2 years now, just sitting around like, oh, I've got those. Well, when it's time to put this into this, I come over here to grab them. Oh, shit, what an idiot. These are for this. These are not going to work. I need the double-sided. So now, no one just has these in stock. So now I've got to go order them, whether I go to O'Reilly, they're going to take, I'm in, have them next day or so. Rock Auto, have them pretty quick. Or I can go eBay. It's just annoying because, see, just dropping stuff. I lost where I was at. It's annoying because now that I'm ready to dump this thing in. I've got to get new of these. Set me back another 2 days. Anyway, so, and should I put these in the truck? I think someone's already done the work where they redid the dash and it's got the old Equis, or it was never installed, but they've got a good, anyway. So should I put these in? These are this whole set, some autometer, carbon fiber. They're all electronic, so I'd have to buy little electronic sending units and stuff. And I've had these forever. I think those are going to go in the charger. What do you think? These look too new, too rancy, too racy? I think they'll look great in there. I'll probably go this route. Even though we're trying to keep it budget, I've got another $150 in electric sending units. So yeah, now I have to order my isolators, get those ordered. That's going to be another 2 days, a day or so before I can even drop the engine in here. But that's all right. It gives me a bit of time to get, let's have a look. Turn you back around. Gets me a little bit more time to finish this. This has been cleaned and cleaned and cleaned and cleaned and cleaned and cleaned some more. This, not so much. But now I think I'm going to go get, can't remember. It's like the wipes, the Vice Grip Garage. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. Like that patina wipe. Sorry, I think it will look amazing in here. And I'm just going to, now that this is all being cleaned and actually scrubbed for the most part, I think I'm just going to come in here and wipe it all down, give it a nice finish. So yeah, I like the kind of patina look, and that's what I'm going to go for with this. The engine's going to look beautiful, and it's going to pop against all the rest of the patina in the truck. I do, though, have somewhat of an issue. I'm having a hard time. Well, I think this is the valve covers that I'm running. I think these are the valve covers I'm going to run. These just have a little bit of linseed oil on them just to kind of give them a little pop so they look, that's a door. So they look good. I was torn on either just cleaning these up real good and painting them. Is that a run? What in the hell? How did that happen? That's on the back. Nobody cares. So painting all of it blue, the valve covers included, but then part of me kind of wants to do these old Chrysler chrome valve covers. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I've got time. So yeah, anywho, let me know what you guys think I should do with the valve covers. They kind of are usually the cherry on top of these things. I like this patina style. I kind of just want to clear coat the ones that are on it. I mean, I'll clean the linseed oil up. But I don't, the Mopar ones look the best. By far, the black Mopar, the matching air cleaner, that looks the best. But I don't have $300 to buy a set. So I'm doing what I work with what I've got. I need to make it work. Sorry. I'm for these, but I don't mind wherever they went. There's, back there, there's chrome valve covers that say Chrysler on them. Those would be kind of cool. Or just paint the ones that are on it blue so the whole thing looks like a big Smurf turd and they all match. Smurf turd. Anywho, so off topic, I now have 130 subscribers. Like, for me, that's pretty cool. Like, that means there's 130 of you guys that chip in every now and then just to kind of see what I'm doing, what's going on with this thing, what's going on with that, if I've got some rant or how to, I don't know, California DMV bullshit. So that's super awesome. 130 of you guys keep watching, subscribe, share, the normal routine. Let's keep going with this. I'll try not to cry so much on the next one. Let's see how that goes. So I'll see you next time. Give it a few days, maybe a week. I say that, but who knows? Maybe it'll be like another month or however long my body feels like working. And we will drop this in. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. I should have the mounts in the morning. Went to O'Reilly. They're going to have them in the morning. So I'll be right back. Thank you guys. Have a good one.